welcome back to another episode of Discombobulated. Give me the gasoline. Give me the gas now. Give me the gasoline. Yada yada gasoline. My favorite band has a new song. It's called Gasoline, and it's pretty much the only song that exists to me right now. How the fuck are you doing? No, who gives a shit? How are you doing? Don't not answer in your car out loud. Say it. I'm behind on my say that. Or be like, everything's good. Maybe if you're listening to this, it's probably not everything's in a line. But maybe everything is in a line for you because of how good we're doing. Sorry, I need lunch. I'm out. We haven't eaten lunch yet. We've been driving and now we need lunch. And I'm waiting for lunch. So I was like, let me go do an episode of the pod while we're waiting for lunch. And we're actually pretty close to a dirt bike store. So I told Tatum, I was like, I'm actually going to go eat dirt bikes for lunch. I'm actually going to go look at dirt bikes for lunch if you don't really mind. Do you mind if I go look at dirt bikes for lunch? Dude, I would love to go oh God, just if I don't eat lunch for a year, I could get a KTM and just fucking cruise. Could you guys imagine that? Because I'd put you in, I'd do an episode with it mounted on my dirt bike and you guys can watch me crash. I've already done that with a dirt bike when I was in Arizona. Dude, I rode the shit out of that dirt bike for a guy who didn't know what he's doing. And I came in cocky because I'd never ridden on it was mountainous terrain, and the guy was like, can you handle this? I was like, bro, I grew up on dirt bikes. And then he could very quickly tell that I didn't know. I was kind of like, if a guy's like, I'm like, how long are you doing stand-up? They're like, long enough. And then you're like, oh God, you're hosting tonight? Not good. That's not great. So yeah, we're on the road. I'm trying to eat dirt bikes for lunch, and yeah, just out here saving our pennies, just fucking working on, it's something just bite me, because I swear to God, I won't get bit. I will not get eaten up by ants out here. Not on episode 100 of the pod. I'll lose my mind. We're at a hotel. Dude, I am getting bit up. God damn it. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. I'm sitting right on an anthill. I couldn't be more on an anthill. Oh. Damn it! Damn it. Damn it. God fucking damn it. Bobby, we don't have it. Oh, that's sick. Sorry, guys. How would I know? Oh, dude, the hill's right there, too. Fuck. Ow. God damn it. I said I was sorry. I didn't know you guys were I'm out. I'm trying to. Oh, dude, I can't just. Is this the episode? I get bitten up by ants again? Fuck. This sucks. How, dude? I didn't see it at all. I looked around. I guess I didn't. I looked forward. Oh. Fuck. Sorry, guys. Okay, for real, you guys did the hell out of me. How'd you make it all that to me? Dude. Ah, great. And I know it's not good for you guys either. Sorry, I didn't know that was your house. I can't know everything, you know. What are you doing? Should we sit? Is this far enough away? No, I think they know. I think the problem was that now they know like I am. So I think I'm gonna just stop right here. And just right over here and just watch out. Oh God. Sorry, guys. Whoa. Dude, he fucking... Good. Hey, you know, but I respect you guys. I respect you guys because good on you, dude. I wouldn't fucking... If something was, I don't know, 1,000 times my size, I probably wouldn't go bite it in the fingers. So fucking good for you. Good on you. And good for making this episode beautiful. Oh God, if that wasn't just Mother Nature working. Thank you, Mother Nature. Thank you for reminding me we can't sit anywhere. And even though I'm a guy who I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should like connect more with nature. As soon as I do, I'm like, well, it fucking bit me. Oh, thanks, nature, for biting my ass. And that's the way of things, is it not? Is it not? I guess I should fucking face the sun. Right? Right? Wrong? This is all over the place. It's the name of the pod. So get used to it. Get used to it, baby. You don't have to do anything. You can switch listening wherever you want. You know, you could switch to any podcast you want. I'm probably one of those podcasts that just came on for you because you listened to your favorite one and you're all caught up. And then they'll throw this one in there and you're like, who in the fuck put this ADHD guy on blast? And I'll tell you who did that. Me. I made all of these decisions. I made the decision to start the podcast. And when I thought about episode 100, I manifested it perfectly. I was like, you're going to be in a parking lot with a pool that is closed of a DoubleTree hotel. And you're going to get bit up by ants. But it also will be the second time that's happened on your podcast. I knew all this was going to happen. I knew all of it was going to happen. And, dude, that one really got my fucking fingy. He really did. Or she, who knows who did it. But whoever got me good. And I'm sorry. And good for them to let me know. Hey, I didn't know I was sitting on an anthill. But I kind of, don't you feel like we're always sitting and walking on ants? Because they're everywhere. Dude, to come back as an ant is actually one of the worst things, because then you're like, oh my God, dude. Talk about not mattering. There's a billion of us, but they're so cool, dude. They care so much. Because if you ever see an ant die, like at night, usually this one I'll see, like, and not every kind of ant, I guess, but I've seen it at night, like when I would walk in St. Louis, you would see like these piles of, you're like, what the fuck is that? And they would literally pile up all of their dead. Like, that's like part of their day. Do you know what I mean? They could just like let the ant die and be like, whatever. But they're like, no, they kind of like do a funeral. It's kind of fucking beautiful. But anyway, what the fuck am I talking about? It's so fucking lovely outside. It's probably, I don't know, 70 degrees. The humidity is, who gives a fuck? I'm getting bit by ants. But it's just, yeah, it's so lovely out. And that's what I've been trying to do, because I have been letting things weigh me down. Does that resonate with anybody? Emotions, like work, just all of the things kind of, I don't know. It just feels like I'm letting these things like be problems instead of letting them just, I don't know, sit on a shelf, because they'll kind of always be there. And there's this Alan Watts quote that Instagram kept throwing in my face, but it was just, no amount of anxiety can changes anything pretty much. Well, good job remembering it, Bob. I know. But yeah, no amount of anxiety like changes the outcome of like anything, but sometimes it does, because I've gambled. Ow, fucking God, fucking damn it. Dude, I'm so far away from your anthill, bro. Are you guys you're still on me? Oh no. Fuck. Dude, these motherfuckers. Respect. I get it. I sat on your family. Yeah. But I will tell you this. I'm the only, I don't have one of those. So I'm going to fucking, if any more of you guys get close to me, I'm over it. Oh, are you guys in all these little cracks? Do you live in all these cracks in the sidewalk? Oh my God. I have to squat. My God. What a nightmare. Not that me have to squat. That's not a nightmare, but just that right now I'm like, I know that there's more on me, and I'm like, please don't bite me. Please, for the love of fucking God, leave me alone for a second. Please. Just so I can fucking have episode 100 of the dumbest podcast in existence. The only one that no one's asking for, but I won't stop. Do I look like a guy who knows how to slow down? Do I look like a guy? I want to ride dirt bikes and go. I want to be free. So if ants choose to bite me on episode 100 of my podcast, that's fine. That's in their nature. That's another quote from somebody. Like if someone's like, hey, that snake bit you. Doesn't that piss you off? Don't you want to hurt it? And they're like, no, because that's in the snake's nature. Like that's what the snake does. Because like I think he tried to save it from like a fire and the snake like bites him. It's like an allegory or something. Or like maybe it's just a short sentence. But yeah, it's like, and it's like it's in their, nature, but also it's in my nature too to get fucking pissed. I think that's the thing that I struggle with probably the most as a person is that like let them or like the think about everyone else as like a baby or that everyone else is like working through their own thing. Because then you do that enough and then you get upset and people are like, hey, don't get upset. And I'm like, well, how about you look at me like I'm a baby? Maybe I'm a baby, baby. Hey, baby, maybe I'm a baby. You got that, baby? Maybe, baby. Ooh, maybe I'm a baby bear, and I'm gay. I want to kiss you on the under. Yeah, so that's the thing I struggle with the most is kind of like right now trying to like let go and be like, hey, understand where they're coming from. But at some point you're like, hey, why don't you guys do that for me? Bobby, that's a narcissistic way to. God damn it! Can we get? Is anything we do? No one is that. We're always we're always building this thing, aren't we? Aren't we? You always got to be working on the house. You can't just be sitting around it. And I see those quotes all the time. Like, why don't you just fucking enjoy what you are? But then as soon as you're not trying hard enough, people are like, you should try harder. But give everyone else a break. But you got to try harder. So, I mean, dude, I made it to episode 100 of my podcast, and I feel nothing. My heart's broken. I'm depressed. I don't really live anywhere. And somehow there's this hopeful, dumb, like childlike or like maybe like puppy-esque me inside that's just like, maybe it's all going to be okay. And you keep having that, and then it feels like it's going to be okay. And then you're at a comedy club and you're like, are they talking shit on us? And they don't know that we can fucking hear them on this side. And then because I grew up so Catholic, like every once in a while I'll be like, maybe these are the lessons we're trying to learn. I'm like, maybe I'm done with the class. Maybe I'm out of here. Maybe I'm out of here and I don't want to take this class anymore. But I guess if you don't want to take the class, you can't really complain if you don't really if life doesn't work out for you. What in the fuck are you talking about, Bob? Nobody knows. So, but I do have a lot, dude. I also do have a lot to be. I don't really like the word grateful. I don't know why. I think it just sounds too like Christian to me. It sounds like I just wake up every day. But I guess that I do find time a little bit more to try to be grateful for the things like, I mean, it's beautiful out here. I'm on the road doing a thing that I never thought I would do when I was like a kid. And then by the time I thought I would do it, you're like, who knows? Like, dude, I started stand up because I thought it would help me be an actor. And I am not good at acting. Or and I don't. No, I'm actually pretty good. What? Like, did you hear that? That was pretty good. I could do so many. Like, here's me being scared. Like that. They don't just. Yeah, they don't. You don't make that in a factory. That's learned behavior. So, I started stand up because I thought it would just be I was like, oh, and I was like, I read a book because the first place I worked was a place called Jilly's, and it was it's like a fine dining for like a pieces of shit. Does that make sense? It was it was like, because it was also like right next, you would not next to a bar, like it was also a bar. You would literally come in and you had to make the decision. It was right is fine dining, and the left is you get fucking drunk. And you just walk in, and if it's okay if you don't, you're not even really making a decision. You're just making the first decision, because I've never seen anyone once eat dinner over there and not end up on the bar side. I would even get so pissed with these these people that I kind of respected when I was younger, these people that were like waiters and stuff. When I would this is like before I became a stand-up, because that was my point, is that like I got when it was like a holiday thing, like I remember my boss got me a book. It's like how to start stand-up or whatever. I think that's that one. It's like a Judy Carter's book or whatever. And that place, I remember like I cared so much about that place. And these waiters would work, and then they would literally get off work. They'd be like, you cut me first, just to go drink. Just to sit at their work, dude. I would just be like, what the fuck are you doing? But I was just a lowly busboy, so no one really cared, But that was where I worked, and I wanted to be like an actor. I remember there was a guy there who worked there, and he was such a fucking piece of shit. This guy Casey, I think if he's not dead, he always was. He's just like one of those guys where you're like, that when he dies, you're not going to be like in his sleep. So I'm not, and also it's fine, but he also like fucking dry humped me at work one time, so he's kind of a piece of shit. Yeah, but then my dad also dry humped him back, so I guess that was it was a real, and it happened right on the border of fine dining and bartending. right at the soft serve, not the soft. What's the cola station? I don't know. I don't really drink soda, so. But yeah, so when I like that, I started there, and I thought I'd be like I never thought I'd be like a working, comedian. That was like the goal, but then when you're doing it, you're just like, oh, I guess it's here. I guess I need to take more time to appreciate those things, And I think I do. Like I fly, and I can still feel that I'm the only one on the plane that like cares that we're like above the clouds. Like if you had never flown or heard of flying in your life, and just woke up and got on an airplane and then looked out, you would be like, oh, we flew to heaven. And I try not to let that slip by, and all these like grand moments and cool things we get to do, people we get to meet. And so I'm trying to just fall not back in love, but it just feels like stand-up's just, dude, it does beat the shit out of you. You do it to yourself in a way, but like, dude, I mean, there's times if I told you how little money you make when you not even start, like do it for a long time. Like I drove across the country for $100. And like at the end of the night, you're like, if I might not get this $100, and then you're like, you'd have to just go, okay. Cause I know so many people are like, I'll kick their fucking ass. No, you wouldn't. Because that happened to someone else. It happens all the time. And when it happens to me, I'll tell people, and no one gives a fuck. That's the thing. It's like stand-up doesn't even stick up for you. And then through the dude, I remember there was a time I almost didn't get paid when I first went on the road. Like, I swear to God, Nikki Glazer was like, have you gotten paid from them yet? And I was like, no. They go, you have to get paid or they will not pay you. And I swear I was like, I'll do the job for free. I was gonna be like Forrest Gump mowing the grass, except for it was that me doing like 2 to 4 mediocre feature sets opening for Nikki Glazer, because she was kind enough to take me on the road, and then also kind enough to make sure I got paid. Because there's also been times I've been with comedians, you're like, I didn't get paid, and they're like, yeah, also me either. I think we have to get the fuck out of here. So, to go through all of that, it's not like you fall out of love with it. There's nothing more I'd rather do easily. It's not even fucking close. But then you're like, well, it's beating the shit out of me. So then you want to just like have that love for it. But you're also just like, it feels like me and stand-up are in couples counseling, and it's going good. it's going great, but you're like, but just so you know, this person has made me sleep in my car. This person did also not, like didn't care that I got my car impounded. I still had to make it to the show, like all these, and then you know what I'm saying? And you don't even care if I make money, do all these sacrifices, and then stand-up's just kind of like stand-up doesn't really, it doesn't need us. It doesn't need me at all. It kind of doesn't even want any of us. And it'll try to push you out. You have to have this confidence and humility at the same time. God, could I get more poetic and be on my own high horse? It's my podcast, so I'll tell you what. But yeah, you have to like humbly have confidence. Like I can't come in and be that guy. It's like, fuck you guys. And go on stage and I'm like Elvis Presley and I can sing, like, cause there's times you do a joke and dude, you can do it and it's amazing. And then you can do it another time and people are like, we actually hate you. And you gotta you have to figure that out every night. There's no break. So I guess I'm just feeling that. I got no regrets right now. I'm feeling this. My head is so cold and low. I'm feeling this. Let me go in her room if she wants me to. I want to take. We're getting a little. Man, every song from my generation, you just can't say out loud. You can. Don't have the woke mind virus. I don't. I'm just also. God, to get canceled before I even put my shoes on. What a blast. But no, I really am having the best time. I think it's just those like you feel like, sometimes you're just getting your ass kicked while also trying to work out, and then I'll also try to give myself a break because you'll hear people be like, dude, I would rather die. I would rather have my life end than walk on stage in front of a bunch of people. And you're like, I have to do this. And they're like, that's crazy. I'm like, I know. That's the difference between me and you. Is that I don't care if I bomb. Which is probably a sickness, but also probably given to me by my father. And his father before him. And then his two fathers. And then their fathers. Oh, man. Yeah, so, and I have a lot of, I don't know. I have a lot of charisma, and that's something that I'm trying to, just trying to accept, because I kind of feel like, who gives a fuck what I feel like, I guess, but I just kind of feel like I've been, claustrophobic in myself. Like I can think of a couple instances where I've like tried to turn myself down, if that makes sense. Like kind of try to just like turn my volume bob down. And then I realized what sucks is like that didn't even work. Like trying to be a better version of myself, trying to I guess fucking conform, but even though you think you're doing it for someone else or other people or whatever, it's like I'm just not that guy. I'm a loud, disrespectful, kind, not nice. Sometimes it'll overlap and I'll be kind and nice, but I'm not. I just don't think I'm really that. But I dwell on like things that I do and things that I could work on, and I think it's time that I guess I give myself a break. But yeah. Yeah. Because what if I'm not going to give myself a break, there's no one else is, right? Yeah. I think that's probably right. And even though no one's listening to this podcast at this point, no, even though if, I care about other people, and even though it seems maybe rude or egotistical, narcissistic, or whatever, I guess I have to care about myself, because if I tried really hard to care about other people and it wasn't even enough, and it didn't even lead to anything good. And not that I'm a sociopath. It's just like, well, if that's you know, if that's also the way to be insane too, is to do the same thing and expect like different results. So I think that's what I'm trying to do, is just trying to do different stuff, which I also did last night. Like I went on stage and I was like, I don't want to start with the same thing that I always do. And so I just kind of like was like, well, then do different things before you go on stage. So then before I went on stage, I was just trying to think differently. You know, sometimes you're just kind of trying to shake your own self in your head because you go down the same pathway. Sometimes trying to like shake those neurons up. So I got to feel what that was like to do that. And then to also, like, I had this new bit that I wanted to try, but I also didn't want to like look in my notebook and be like, you guys mind if I draw it real quick? So, yeah. And then I came home after the show and I was editing a set, and I saw a part of me that I was like, oh, I didn't even know I had that much fun. Like, so I don't know. That's probably just what it is. It's probably just getting lost in the sauce, getting lost in that like depression and trying to figure out, how to navigate my way out of it. Cause also I'm also not, I don't, who gives a fuck? But I don't like take medicine or anything to try to like balance this out. Cause I feel like if I just had a regular job, I'd be probably fine. Probably going like crazy in my head. But it's like, dude, of course I feel crazy. Like I wake up in the morning, I try to eat healthy, try to work out, try to do everything. And then at night, I had your blood pump so hard. Like I literally felt myself be calm all day. And then we got to the comedy club and you're like, oh yeah, my heart knows that I have to do something that other people would rather die than do. So you kind of pull it together. And yeah, that's what I did last night. And I had a lot of fun moments, but yeah, I think I was kind of feeling like a little, I've been feeling like a drought with everything. And, you know, it's also with people too. I've just kind of been feeling drought-esque, but that's my problem. And I'm sticking hopefully away from it. I'm trying to pull away from it and get that, like, I feel like I have jelly all over my hands. It's like sad jelly. I'm trying to and then you do it and you're like, okay, cool. But then you're like, oh, fuck, I just dirtied everything around me. So trying to figure that out. But, yeah, I'm working hard. And I think here's what I want for the next 100 episodes. Cause that's one thing I've been doing more than I ever have. And I just saw a beautiful bird. One of the things I've just been trying to do is plan. And so for the next 100 episodes, I want to plan. I have good guests. I already have another guest unless something happens that I'm very excited about. I am a super lucky guy. I got to go hang out with Story of the Year while they were getting ready to go do the When We Were Young festival. I got to hear Gasoline, their brand new song. I love that, dude. Ryan, their guitar player, like after I watched like their rehearsals, just me sitting there. Hi guys, and after he was like, dude, I almost called it a show because that's what it felt like, and that's what you did. And they were showing me their songs, which I think is why they call them shows. I think I saw it on Instagram today. But he was like, dude, was that boring from you? I'm like, watching my favorite band practice their new song, their songs that I love. I'm actually just surprised I didn't cry in front of you guys. But I didn't. I held it together. That's just real life. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. The clouds are soaring by. I'm gonna find time to enjoy myself, and it's also not what you have to do too. I think the reason I try to talk about how I'm feeling on here is because I feel like if you're feeling a certain way too and connect with that, it is okay to not swallow, but to sit in sadness and try to figure out why you're sad. And that's what I've been doing. And for the first time, I also haven't been telling anybody like exactly what's been going on. And honestly, as a guy, it's so much better. Like I tried to do this joke last night and it worked so well. And I don't usually talk about this. I don't really compare guys to girl. I just don't really, I don't like to do it. But if this felt so true, as I was like, have you ever told a girl how you felt and like cried in front of her? And this guy, people are like, yeah. And I go, can't do that. Everyone kind of laughed. But then I was like, you can't do that because, like, I go, and I asked this guy, I was like, have you ever cried in front of a girl? He's like, yeah. And I was like, and where are they now? And he laughed. He was like, yeah, they're gone. I'm like, yeah, they leave. I've never cried. I was like, I cried in front of my mom, and she like called me a pussy, and she's like, get out of here. Like, my mom has called me that before. So if you're like, don't say that word, my mom called me that. At the doctor's office, I was getting a scope in the back of my nose, and they went, and they were like blowing it up. And dude, that doesn't feel good. I was just like, what, fuck? And I remember I was a kid. I was probably like 15. And my mom goes, "You're kind of being a pussy right now." I was like, "Mom," she's like, I was like, "That's awesome." I also love that we'll never have like a deep conversation in our entire lives, and that you'll admit to that, but you will call me a pussy. And people are like, "Why aren't you close with your parents?" That's just real life. I didn't mean to bum you out this episode, but I did mean to have it be super honest. That's what episode 100 is about, and this is what I want to work on in the future. I'm going to save up, hopefully get a dirt bike, hopefully see you guys out on the road. Story of the year is going on the road with Senses Fail, and if you see that I have a gap in my schedule, you'll guess that I'm going to be at a fucking Story of the Year show. But other than that, I don't know where I'll be. I'll be on the road. I got a lot of shows coming up next week. I'll be in Springfield. No, I won't. Why would I just say that? No, I will be in Reno. That's what I was just thinking. I don't know why. I will be in Reno. Excited to be in Reno. I got we have 8 shows, and then we're going on the road. We have just a bunch of stuff. Check it out at BobbyJaycox.com. I'm exhausted. I'm hungry. But I always want to make sure that I check in and do the things that I promised my fucking self I would do. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye.